our next lesson, current, electricity. This is third lesson, so very important lesson. More weightage will be there in your final exam. One problem they will give, one 5 marks question they will give. Almost 13 marks you will get. 8 to 13 marks you will get. Very important lesson. So in this, first we are going to discuss about current. What is meant by current? We know already current symbol. Symbol of current is I. Either small I or capital I they will denote. So when we are saying current is flowing in a conductor, when we are saying means whenever charges are going to be flown, that is nothing but I is equal to charge flows in unit time. Charge is denoted by Q in unit time. I is equal to Q by D. This one only they will write R. dq by dt. What is dq by dt means? The rate of change of charge. The rate of change of charge or the amount of charge flowing in unit time. Both will be same. The amount of charge flowing in unit time is called current. The rate of flow of or the rate of change of charge is also called current. So what are the units? So what are the units means? Charge unit, coulomb. Time unit, second. Coulomb per second, or this one only they will write ampere. Ampere. So already you came to know current is fundamental physical quantity. In first PU you came to know. By using this only you got charge dimension formula. Now current dimension formula is symbol of current that is denoted by A, dimension formula. It is denoted by A. For charge, what you will write? A T, you will write TA. So simply current dimension formula is A because it is fundamental physical quantity. First you came to know 7 fundamental physical quantities. This is one of the fundamental physical quantity. Now, is it vector or scalar? Vector or scalar. So current is nothing but scalar. Why? Because it is having both magnitude and direction, but it will not obey laws of vector. Therefore, current is nothing but scalar quantity. Very important. For one mark they may ask. So, is current vector or scalar? They will ask. So, current is always a scalar quantity, even though it is having magnitude and direction. We will show the direction in upcoming portions. At that time, you will be getting direction. Now, what is the direction of the current? We will discuss. But even though direction and magnitude is there, current is a scalar quantity. Why? Because it will not obey vector laws. Okay, this is nothing but scalar. Current is nothing but scalar quantity. Okay. Stop. Now we said current is nothing but the flow of charges in unit time. So if charges are moving or flowing means that one we are saying it as current. Now if you have taken one conductor, this is a conductor. Now in this conductor generally charges are moving or not. Charges means either positive charges or negative charges. So according to Bohr postulates, if you have taken means electrons will be revolving around the nucleus in circular orbit. Means electrons are flowing. But in this conductor, current is flowing or not? How we will say? Let us assume if you have taken any conductor, generally iron rod if you have taken means that is a conductor. If you touch that one, you won't get shock. But in that, charges are flowing, electrons are flowing or not? Those are flowing. But even though flowing, you are not getting shock. But if any current electrical appliance, if you have taken TV, after switching on TV or if you keep your 2 fingers in plug board by switching on, you will get current. At the time you will get shock. But whenever you are touching this conductor, you won't get shock. Isn't it? What happens to this conductor? If you touch this conductor, when you will get shock, when you won't get shock. So in both the times charges are flowing on. This is a conductor. We didn't connect for any battery or any electrical supply. Electric supply we didn't give. Then charges are flowing on. In this also charges will be flowing. But why you won't get shock means see if you have taken one cross-sectional area, so I have taken one cross-sectional area. If you break this one means you will be getting cross-sectional area. I have taken a small cross-section area. This is nothing but small cross-section area. This area I have shown here. So if you have taken how many charges are flowing, that may be positive charges or negative charges. How many charges are flowing from left to right? Same amount of charges are flowing from right to left. How many electrons are flowing from left to right? Same number of electrons are flowing from right to left. Therefore, you won't get shock. Okay, when you will get shock means if all electrons are moving towards any one end, that may be towards x or towards y, then you will get shock. Then we can say current is flowing within the conductor. Okay, now due to thermal agitation means due to rising temperature. Now this conductor is there at room temperature. Whenever temperature is rising, then all these charges are moving from one place to another place. So here per unit cross-sectional area, how many number of electrons are moving from left to right? Same number of electrons are moving from right to left. Therefore, there is no current is flowing, we will say. Therefore, you won't get shock. So when I am saying you will get shock means whenever all these electrons will move either towards x or towards right. Towards x means towards one end or towards another end. But all electrons should flow in one direction. Then you will get shock. Okay. This is according to definition I am saying I is equal to Q by 2. You may get doubt. Even charge flowing of charge per unit time is nothing but current means without connecting this to electrical appliance. Means this conductor we have given for a battery or any source, maybe alternating source to produce current within the conductor. Okay. Therefore, charges are flowing, but how many are flowing from right to left and left to right will be same. When you will get shock means if all the electrons are moving towards one end, at that time you will get shock. That one we are going to discuss now how these electrons will be moving generally in a conductor. And whenever you are applying electric field or whenever you are connecting this to a potential difference, that is nothing but battery. We will see that one once. Okay. So next one, current density. Next definition, current density. So current density is denoted by J. I am saying definition: the amount of current per unit cross-sectional area, I by A. The amount of current per unit cross-sectional area is nothing but current density. So, what are the units? What are the units means? Current units ampere, area units meters, ampere per meter square. Is it vector or scalar? You can write the dimension formula also. What is the dimension formula? J is equal to ampere means A, current, A by area means L square, L power minus 2 A. This is nothing but dimension formula for current density. Now is it vector or scalar? So current density is a vector quantity. Current density is a vector quantity. So area is having particular direction, area of cross section. In which direction area is having, in the direction current density will be present. Current density is a vector quantity, but current is a scalar quantity. Here area will be having means what is the direction of this area means it will be away. What is the direction of this board area means it will be away. So area is having direction here. Therefore current density is a vector quantity. Okay. So our next definition is drift velocity. What is drift velocity? We are going to define. For this, first we have to understand the concept of velocity of the electrons. This is unit cross sectional area x, y. So I told you already, due to thermal agitation, electrons will be moving. Electrons means negative charges. Electrons will be moving with some velocity. One electron, to understand very easily, we will take any one electron. How that electron will be moving? In this, so many atoms and molecules will be there. Whenever this electron is moving, this electron will not move straightly. in the so many atoms and molecules, those are going to be collide each other. Collision is going to happen. Therefore, the path of this one, I am going to draw like this. This is electron. This is going to be moving like this, like this. It started at X, reaching Y. Let us assume. This path you don't need to take like this. In your own way, you can draw in your own direction. You can take like this also. Like this also you can take. So this is one of the electron which is moving within the conductor. It is starting at X, reaching Y. Let us assume. This is due to thermal agitation. Now I applied some amount of potential difference. Means this one I connected to a battery. Whenever I connected positive terminal of the battery, a potential V is connected to X. This will become positive. This will become negative. Whenever I connected this one to positive terminal, all these electrons will move towards positive terminal. All positive charges will move towards this terminal, isn't it? Now at the time, this is before applying potential. This is direction of this one, a path of electron. Once I apply potential, then what will happen? Conductor length is L. I apply potential V. Then how much electric field we are getting means we came to know relation E is equal to V by L. E is equal to V by D. In capacitors derivation we use this equation. Did you remember E is equal to V by D? How much electric field we are going to apply means in this direction electric field is going to be applied. Now electron is moving in the external electric field towards positive terminal. At that time velocity is going to be changed. Now it is starting at X only, but whenever it is starting at X, it is starting from here, but it has to reach Y, but it is reaching Y dash. Means the shift is going to be continued. This is nothing but shift. Shift is nothing but if you are to sit at one place, you are sitting at another place. This is nothing but you shifted. You shifted means from some place to another place. Same like that, this electron is going to be shifted from Y to Y dash because we applied here external electric field by connecting it to a external battery. Understood? Instead of reaching here X, this is reaching Y dash. This is nothing but shifted. That one only we will say in physics drift. We can't say that one shift, that one only drift. Which is getting drifted. Drifted means here shifted. One place to another place it is going to be shifted. Now I am saying about one electron. Now all the electrons will be shifting like this. All the electrons are drifted like this with some velocity. That velocity only we are calling it as drift velocity. So velocity of the electrons will be there, which are going to be drifted with some velocity. That is nothing but Vd. So this is not for one electron, it is for all the electrons which are present in the conductor. Okay, now how we will define drift velocity means the velocity with which all electrons get drifted towards positive terminal of the conductor, in the presence of external electric field or in the presence of electric field is called drift velocity. Understood all of you? So it is going to be drifted. With what velocity it is drifted? In the presence of external electric field towards positive terminal, that velocity is nothing but drift velocity. Once again I am defining. Drift velocity is defined as the velocity with which all electrons get drifted towards positive terminal of the conductor in the presence of external electric field is called drift velocity. Very, very important question. They will ask for one more question also. Define drift velocity. Definition only they will ask. All these just I gave for you people to understand. Okay. Only definition you should remember. So with what velocity it is going to be drifted towards positive terminal of the conductor in the presence of external electric field is called drift velocity. Understood? Okay. Nothing but drift velocity. Now we are going to define mobility. What is mobility? It is denoted by mu. What is mobility means? The magnitude of drift velocity, per unit applied electric field. The magnitude of drift velocity per unit applied electric field is called mobility. Very, very important for 1 mark question. All these are 1 mark question definitions. Means when you are getting drift velocity, whenever you are applying electric field. How much drift velocity you are getting per unit applied electric field? Means if you are changing electric field intensity, then drift velocity is also going to be changed. So the magnitude of drift velocity per unit applied electric field is called mobility. What are the units? What are the units means? What is the drift velocity? Drift velocity or velocity, both will be same only. Drift velocity. Velocity units meter per second. Electric field intensity units Newton per coulomb or volt per meter. Meter per second. Meter per second. Reverse. Meter coulomb per Newton second. This is one unit. Or another unit. How will we write? Velocity unit same. Meter per second. Electric field intensity units. Volt per meter. Volt per meter. Then how you will write? This meter is going to numerator. And we write like this. Then meter square per volt. This is unit. You can write dimension formula also. Meter dimension formula, voltage dimension formula, seconds dimension formula, or meter, coulomb, Newton second. If you write dimension formula, I am not writing here. You can try to write. Already you came to know all these dimension formulas. You can write. This is about mobility and units. Once you remember the definition, units you can write by your own. Because some people will write units like this, some people will write like this. So definition is this one. The magnitude of drift velocity per unit applied electric field intensity is called mobility. Okay.